Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Living Life at Life You. I am your host, Dr. Veronica Garcia, and today we are joined by the Assistant Director of Athletics Internal Operations. Welcome, Ms. Alaina. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm so good, so good. Really excited to have you.
So excited to be here.
So talk to us a little bit of what exactly is your role in the university?
Right. So as Assistant Athletic Director for Internal Operations, there's another athletic director for external operations, there's a deputy athletic director, and then there's Jamie, the director of athletics, and she's our big boss.
Gotcha.
So each of us have our own little niche things that we do. So I oversee eligibility and compliance for all nearly 700 student athletes.
Ooh.
And that is fun. I dabble in some academic support, just supporting our existing institutions with like university advisement and the Center for Academic Excellence, ACE, like all of the things. So, and then we work with like life after life, if you will, personal and professional development through our More Than an Athlete program, which I oversee. And I am also the advisor for our Association of Student Athletes. Those are my babies. That's our ASA. And those are just like the team reps, like the mouthpiece for each of the sports. We get together once a month and we just make sure that everybody's needs are met. We talk proposals. We prepare them for leadership after things. So that's kind of my whole gig. What do we do once you get here? And then how can I help you continue to thrive once you leave?
That's amazing. That's beautiful. I've had the honor and opportunity of interviewing a few athletes from the university. And one thing that I will say is that they always just bring me in awe because of just their mannerism, the way that they speak, the way that they speak from their heart, and like really truly live their purpose and their sport in their sleeve without losing focus of the business side of it.
Right.
So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That's so beautiful. What inspired you in an athletic career?
So fun fact, since I was like 12, I always wanted to be an athletic director. So I come from an athletic family. Everybody in my family either competed through high school or college or coached. My dad played AA baseball, but coached basketball pretty much until he passed. Like,
wow.
Just it's our life. So we were big basketball people specifically. And it's kind of like the trajectory for basketball. You play and then you coach and then you go into administration. So I just figured that would be me. But I thought I would be doing administration maybe like 20 years from now. But
look at you now.
Look at me now. So yeah, it was interesting. I really thought I was going to be coaching, but I just felt the need to like interact with more people outside of just the one or two sports that I was coaching. And then an opportunity in administration opened up and took it and ran with it.
Amazing. That's amazing. That's beautiful. And you look at peace, you look like you love it. The way that you speak about it is because it looks like you love it. So that's awesome.
I do. I really do.
So how long have you been at Life University?
Since April 10th of 2017.
Nice. All
Yeah,
right.
it's really weird that I still remember that date.
I was about to say, I'm like, I don't
here we
remember
are.
my hire date. And it was 3 months ago. So why Life University?
So I was working in high school athletics administration, and I like my young people just like further along. I like to be able to speak almost adult to adult and get past all that. So it was hard. Like my seniors in high school, we connected. I was able to just meet them where they're at, and I struggled with my freshmen and just kind of getting in that mind space. And I'm like, I think it's more of my calling to be with that older group. I'd like to be knowing that college is like the final frontier before you have to be like a full-blown adult. And like that's my creed. That's my calling. That's what I want to do. So a position opened up at Life for the academic coordinator for athletics right about the same time that my high school position, I kind of felt like I'd hit a ceiling.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't really sure what to do next. And my best friend actually sent me the posting and was like, "This you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll try, I guess. It's college, but here we go."
Yeah.
And I'd started dating someone who was in the DC program here.
Amazing.
And he talked about Dr. Rao, and Dr. Rao was our director of sports chiropractic forever. So he put in a good word for me. And before I knew it, I was interviewing, and then holy cow, I got the job.
That's
and
amazing.
Just kind of climbed from there. I went from academic support to director of academic support to where I am now, just working on like the bigger picture, because I didn't like set my sights on being in academia full time, but I know like you can't have the athlete without the student part. So
Absolutely.
It's really cool that I got to have this position where I can do both.
That's beautiful. So in just 6 years, you've just grown.
Climb the ladder. Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a few things that you mentioned on earlier that you oversee. And that's the Life After Life and then the association. So let's talk about the Life After Life. That program just caught my attention. I still have it in the back of my brain.
Yeah, that's our More Than an Athlete. So that's my baby. Jamie, who's literally, Jamie, if you're watching, you are like the most amazing human I've ever met. But my boss has given me such like freedom to explore my passions. Like I have my guidelines of what the job entails, and then there's space to grow. And we saw the niche because we like to collect data from our student athletes about what they need, and it was always like career planning and what do I do when my eligibility is up. So that's how More Than an Athlete was created. And it started out as just like bringing a speaker in once a year to like inspire the masses, and then we were getting feedback that wasn't enough and we need more regular things. So what that looks like now is a weekly infographic that I create and send out to all the student athletes, highlighting a lot of things that are already happening on campus because we tend to have problems reading our emails. So they might miss opportunities, and I'm like, well, we can just help put them all in a succinct location from an email account or person that they trust, and just kind of try to meet them where they're at. And then from there, it's grown. We have a volunteer intern this year. His name's Spencer, who is really doing both, bringing in the speakers maybe at a faster click. So they have different ways to meet people. We're really partnering with career services, especially with Sam, who was part of our department. So we had that like extra bridge of just all the different ways that we can first like figure out what it is that students today need, because their needs are not the same as ours were when we were going through it, and then making sure that we're providing vehicles for them to get there.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. I think that's a huge initiative, because as a past athlete in college, losing that identity of being an athlete and having to be a professional, I'm like, wait, hold on. I know I learned things in my athletic career that helped me and keep helping me in my professional career, yet they're not as tangible at that time in the transition period. That's amazing. How exciting for them. Absolutely. And talk to me about the association.
So the Association of Student Athletes is still a growing work in project or work in process. Progress. Words are hard. But it's very student-led. And so it kind of coincides with More Than an Athlete, because we're like, ASA is going to be what our students make it. So like its identity can change from year to year. So some years, maybe they're just acting as an advisory body. They're just representing their teams. Like, this is what we're looking for. This is what's working. This is what isn't. And other years, they're more initiative based. Like, we want this change to happen, and here's how we're going to make it so. And that's really what I'm trying to push towards every year, because it's a leadership opportunity. And you have your leadership things through sports, but then just being able to own something, create something from start to finish, see it to fruition, leave something behind for the people coming up is a big deal. And this is a really safe space to try that. So, and it's a safe space to fail too, because we're big fans of like, failing is still a win if you're learning and growing from it. So giving them that space to do that.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Thank you.
Any new projects coming around the corner for athletics?
Through ASA or in general? Oh, well, we have been, oh my gosh. When I got here 6 years ago, we had 7 teams, and now we're at 22. Woo. So we've just been growing exponentially, and we're at that space like, okay, this is the product. Now how do we work with what we have and make it the best it can be? So finally, not that many new things, more polishing up what's here, and then really giving it, just like with ASA, giving our student athletes the chance to really make it their own. And we have some really great coaches that are leading them. Exciting things are happening with the institution, like the addition of the MBA, that are bringing in even more diverse students from all over the country and the world, really. So it's really more of just like let's watch it unfold now and see what all the hard work has brought to fruition.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Such an inspiring individual. I'm inspired by you, so thank you. Thank you for your beautiful energy and sharing it with your students, and I'm sure they look up to you as I now look up to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else that you would like to share with our community?
Support. That's the biggest piece, right? We've been growing. We're here now. We finished last year as the number 7 athletic program in the entirety of the NAIA.
Wow.
I think when we started, we were somewhere in like the mid 150s or so.
Wow.
So like, we're really good, and it'd be great. Yeah, it's amazing. So it'd be really great to have our community continue to support us, because we already have really good support, but like fill those stands, be out at the field, at the swim meets, the track meets, the basketball games. Like, we'd love to just have that full community feel behind us as we continue to do what makes us great.
Absolutely. When's the next athletic event?
We have men's and women's basketball on Wednesday here at 5:30 and 7:30.
Nice.
We've got men's wrestling on Friday during the day at 12 and 1:30. Look at this. I just read this. And then Saturday, right? More basketball at 12 and 2. Our men's club rugby team just won a national title. Nail biter. Thank you. I mean, it's all those guys and the athletic trainers and the coaches and everybody. So it's just really fun to see us. Of course, we all love to win, but they're just, like you said, really incredible, inspiring young people doing what they love. So always look for more people to get out and support.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And if you are looking to be part or attend any of the athletics events, I know that there's a whole webpage for it.
LifeRunningEagles.com.
LifeRunningEagles.com. So make sure you look in there for the calendar and then just show up and support. So thank you. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your really busy schedule with us. I hope to see you very soon. Good luck with everything coming up. And to you, we'll see you on the next episode of Living Life at LifeU. Bye.
Bye.